Next item sold is going to be in the F bin. Listed this a couple of days ago and probably underpriced this, but I don't really think so actually. But this got a lot of messages and it sold pretty quickly. Got a couple in the bins similar, but we got a Pokemon binder filled with random cards. Nothing rare in here, just some common and uncommon cards. Basically I had these binders laying around and a bunch of cards laying around, so instead of just selling the binder for, let's say, $10, I filled it up with some extra cards that's probably worth around $5, maybe a little bit less, and sold this on Facebook Marketplace for $15. So I increased the value of this binder a little bit by just putting some random cards into it. So that's a little trick for y'all. But yeah, this sold for $15 on Facebook Marketplace. And a different person bought this binder over here. Whoops. This one, same story. Had an empty binder and just filled it up with cards. As you can see, nothing rare in here, just some common cards. But this person bought this binder and two other things. They got this Charizard binder also, but this one is empty, so this one sold for $10 and this one $15 just because it has cards in it. But that was just a test. I didn't know if the binders with cards would actually sell quicker than these ones, but Pokemon's really popular, so who was I fooling, right? And they also bought, hopefully I can find this item because it's really small. This has been in my inventory for a long time, so I'm glad I'm getting rid of this. We got this little Pokeball over here with this Pikachu keychain. Believe it or not, this was listed for $20, but since they're buying a couple of items, I took $5 off and sold this little keychain for $15. The reason why this sold for $15 is because this is from 1999, some vintage Pokemon toys. Had this when I was a kid and decided to sell it. But after like 2 years of being listed, it finally sold. But if you ever see this in the wild, pick it up because it's got some value, but it might take some time to sell. Next thing sold is going to be in the one bin, and glad I'm getting rid of this. I paid 25 cents for this little cassette of Scorpions, and this sold for $10 on eBay. We then sold something in the K-bin. We got this bag over here. I listed this a couple of days ago. Probably underpriced this, but I was actually going to give this away to my local thrift store. But when I thought about it, I was like, hey, I could probably sell this really quickly and make a couple of dollars off it. And that's exactly what I did. Around 200, maybe 300, maybe even more trading card plastic sleeves. I emptied my binders that were behind those vinyls and decided to sell my Pokemon cards. Kept a couple of ones, but a lot of them I'm gonna sell, so I don't need these anymore. As you can see, there's a lot of there. Yeah, I underpriced these, but still getting rid of this. That's all I want. Getting a few dollars of profit off this. But yeah, sold this lot of plastic sleeves for $10 on Facebook Marketplace. Next item sold is gonna be in the M bin. Had this one for a while. Glad to be getting rid of it. There it is. We got this brand new sealed Avatar The Last Airbender DVD box set. Took a little while for this to sell, but this finally sold for $18 on eBay. Next two items sold is going to be in the L bin. Trying to hurry up because the person is right there. I hate when they tell you they'll be there for a certain time, then they get here in advance. But we got this first Hello Kitty plush and the second one over here. I paid $1 for each, or $2 for each, and these sold for $10 each on Facebook Marketplace. And the same person is also buying a third plush. We got this Igor from Disney graduation plush. I paid $1 for this, and this sold for $15 as well to the same person. Next thing sold is going to be in the M bin. Let me put my phone down for a second. I think it's over here. Like how these DVDs are slowly selling. But we got this Emperor's Club brand new sealed on DVD. This I originally bought to sell on Amazon, but I believe it got refused, so I decided to list it on eBay. And I got an offer of $8.88 and I accepted it, and I believe I only paid 50 cents for this. Next item sold is going to be in the A bin, and I think I already see it. We got this old school WWF LJN Jimmy Hart action figure. This is pretty beat up, so this is not going to sell for a lot. But I originally got this for myself at a garage sale a couple of years ago, and not the biggest Jimmy Hart fan, so I decided to get rid of this. So instead of throwing this in the trash, I listed this on eBay, and it finally sold for $9.99. And I said eBay, but I meant Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, I got an offer of $9.99, and this finally sold. So a little bit of profit right here. Next item sold is going to be in the G bin, and this one has a special meaning for me because it comes from my childhood, and I had this when I was a kid, and my mom found this in my basement one day, and I knew right away this was worth a little bit of money. If I can like show you guys with one hand, it's a Pokemon Stadium 2 poster on the Nintendo 64, I believe. Can't really show you guys with one hand, but a bunch of old school Pokemons on here. But yeah, this poster found in my basement, so I didn't pay a penny for this, and this sold for $34 on eBay. Here's what it looks like. I was able to put these paint bottles to hold it, but pretty cool if you ask me. This would fit pretty well in a frame or something like that, and it's in pretty good condition. As you can see, there's no like rip or anything. Could have sold this for a lot higher if I waited, but this has been listed for like a year now, and I originally had this listed for like 60 bucks, but I kept lowering my price until I got an offer of $34, and I accepted it. Next thing sold is gonna be in the M bin. Yes, finally sold this Burton bag over here. Had this in my inventory for a very long time, and I got an offer of $9 on eBay, and I simply accepted it. I accepted the offer of $9 instead of $15 because this has been in my inventory for a while, and it takes a lot of room in this bin, so it's gonna be good to not see this anymore. Next item sold is gonna be in the M bin once again. We got a CD this time. There it is. We got this DMX Best of DMX CD. I believe this is the second time I've sold this. Sold one of these a couple of months after he passed away, and for some reason this Best of DMX CD still sells. I only paid 50 cents for this, and this sold for $10 on eBay. Next item sold is going to be in the G bin. Sold this one on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm trying to get this out without hitting the lamp, but kind of impossible. There you go. But we got this Simply Red. I believe Simply Red is the name of the album. Not really familiar with this artist or group or band, but I paid 25 cents for this vinyl at the thrift store, and this sold for $10 on Facebook Marketplace. Next thing sold is going to be in the card box. I'm currently listing these as we speak, but one of the lots sold. I believe it's that one. And just a little trick, I divide my lots with, like, I put a basic energy card in a top loader, and I write a number. So that's lot number 20 over here. And it's easier to find some stuff instead of looking at all the cards. And once you pick the lot you sold, you just remove this. But we sold a lot of sleeves, actually. We got a bunch of Pokemon sleeves. We got this little pack here with all these random sleeves. I could have kept them, but I got more here, and instead of throwing these in the trash, I listed this little lot for $5 on Facebook Marketplace, and it sold. Next item sold is going to be this Fisher-Price Sesame Street 1974 playset. Comes with a bunch of characters, a car, and a bunch of things, kitchen parts, and all that stuff. I paid 30 bucks for this a couple of weeks ago, and this actually sold pretty quickly. I sold this for 120 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. So keep an eye out for these old play sets, because I still paid 30 bucks for this, but I still made a lot of profit. Like I said, sold this for $120. Next thing sold is gonna be in the card bin or box. Listed this like not even a week ago, a couple of days ago, and these Pokemon cards are flying out of here. Sold a lot earlier on eBay, and now someone is coming to pick one up from Facebook Marketplace if I can find it. So many cards in here. All right, so lot 31, we got these 5 Pokemon cards, Pikachu V's. This one is from the 25th anniversary. We got 2 of the same over here. Nothing crazy over here. Most of these are worth $2 to $3 on eBay, but I listed the entire lot for $5 because there's a double. I just listed the whole lot for $5, so $1 a card. Basically, I'm not losing any money, because if I would have listed this a little bit higher, I don't think it would have sold. So I'm glad of getting rid of this, and someone's going to be happy to put this in their collection. We then sold another lot of Pokemon cards from this box, lot 19. We have a bunch of Trainer Gallery Special Art cards. I'll show you them real quick. Pretty cool cards, if you ask me. I still like collecting, well, not collecting, but I still like Pokemon cards. But the thing is, Pokemon cards, they still make so much. They make a set every couple of months, and there's so many sets in the past. And once you start collecting, you just want to buy all the cards and complete the sets. And that's just too much money, too much cards, too much time consuming for me. So that's why I'm getting rid of most of my cards. I'm keeping the big hitters only. So this little lot here sold for $50 on eBay.